Starting your own business can be incredibly exciting, but many people believe that significant financial resources are needed to do so. In reality, it's entirely possible to start a business with minimal investment, even less than $100. Let's explore how to do this effectively using practical advice and concrete examples of successful entrepreneurs. The first step in starting a business is to find an idea that invests you and where you have experience or passion. Choose a niche where your product or service will be in demand. Consider a problem or need that you can address. For example, if you are passionate about ecology, you could create a business selling eco-friendly products. Take the example of Apple. When Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak started, they didn't have significant financial resources but had a clear idea of making personal computers accessible to a broad audience. They used their knowledge and limited resources to create a product that was born useful and user-friendly. This example shows that the amount of money isn't as important as your commitment to your idea and your willingness to work hard to bring it to life. Creating a business plan. A business plan is like a roadmap to your business. It helps you to figure out where you're going and how to avoid getting lost on the way to success. Let's break down how to create one. First, think about your goals. What products or services will you offer? Who will your customers be? How will you stand out from the competition? This step is akin to setting your destination before a journey. For example, I want to sell the most delicious cupcakes in town and become a local legend in baking. Next, research the market. Find out what your customers want. This is like scouting before a big mission. Describe your product or service in simple terms. Make sure to explain why your product is better than others. Imagine you are telling a friend over coffee. For instance, Amazon started by selling books, which allowed them to test their business model before expanding to millions of products. Picture if they had started selling everything at once. Maybe we wouldn't have seen such success. Plan how you'll attract customers and increase sales. Think about advertising methods and how much they will cost. This is similar to designing an eye-catching flyer for a school event, but on a much larger scale. The aim is to make it unforgettable. Create a financial plan that includes forecasts for income, expenses, and profits. Explain what investments are needed and how much money you expect to make and spend. Imagine this as budgeting for a grand party, ensuring every detail from the food to the decorations is accounted for so you don't run short. Consider potential risks and prepare strategies to mitigate them. Think of this as having a contingency plan in case your outdoor picnic is interrupted by rain. Always have a fallback option. Outline your company structure, clarifying who is responsible for what and defining the company culture. This is comparable to assigning roles in a group project. Everyone needs to know their tasks and goals. A well-structured and clear business plan will empower you to start and grow your business confidently. With it, you will navigate your venture like a seasoned captain steering through uncharted waters. Planning for day one. One of the first steps is to determine that you will need on the first day of your business. This includes costs necessary to open the business or launch the website and start working with customers. These costs can be divided into several categories. First, facilities costs. If you're working from home, you won't have rental or renovation costs, but you might need to set up a workspace or a small production area. For example, if you are starting a handmade crafts business, you might need a small table and storage space for materials. Second, fixed assets. This includes furniture, equipment, and other items necessary to start. If you're opening an online business, fixed assets might be a computer and software. For example, you can use an old computer and free project management software. Third, materials and supplies. This includes office supplies and promotional resources. Think about how you will market your business. For example, if you are starting a handmade product business, you will need materials for production and tools for advertising on social media. Next one, mixed costs. This might include initial consultations with an accountant, obtaining local licenses and permits, insurance deposits, and legal fees for registering your business. If you're working online, many of these costs can be minimized by using free or low-cost online resources. Fifth, developing the product or service. After creating a business plan, proceed to develop the product. Start with creating a minimum viable product, MVP, a simple version of your product that allows you to test the idea and gather feedback. For example, Instagram started with a simple photo sharing feature, which allowed them to receive feedback and improve their product. Create a product that addresses a specific problem. For instance, Dropbox offered a convenient cloud storage solution that solved the problem of data storage and accessed across different devices. The simplicity and effectiveness of this solution made it popular. 6. Provide value first. It is important to provide value to your potential customers first. This means your product or service should solve a specific problem or meet a need before customers even pay for it. Create content that will be useful for your audience. For example, if you are launching an online programming course, start with webinars or publish useful materials. This will help you demonstrate your expertise and attract potential customers. If you have a limited budget, use free tools to create content. Post on social media, record short videos, or write articles that might interest your audience. This way you can show your value and attract your first customers. Experiment and adapt. Be prepared for the fact that your initial plan might not work as expected. It's important to constantly experiment and adapt. Start with testing different approaches and methods. For example, if you launched a clothing business and found that your customers prefer certain styles, focus on those styles and adapt your offerings. Collect feedback from customers and analyze the results. For example, Netflix started as a DVD rental service but adapted to market change and shifted to streaming. This allowed the company to stay relevant and successful. Support for starting your business. Starting a business is no easy task and you're likely to need some help along the way. Of course, you could hire a business coach, but that costs money. Here is how to get powerful support for free, something you definitely need to know. Let's start with the United States Small Business Administration (SBA) if you are in America. They offer a wealth of resources for small business owners, including loan programs and an extensive library for educational materials to help you launch your business from the ground up. If you're in Europe, you have access to similar programs through the European Commission and local business associations that offer advice and funding for small businesses. You should also look into Small Business Development Centers, CBDC, in the United States. These are local organizations that help entrepreneurs with business planning, access to capital, and growth. If you're in Europe, turn to regional business development agencies that offer similar services. If you need a mentor, SCORE in the United States is a network of volunteer mentors who provide guidance and support on everything from starting your business to expanding it. In Europe, you can find support through national and regional mentoring programs like the Enterprise Europe Network. For veterans in the United States, there is Department of Veterans Affairs, which offers educational resources and support for those looking to start their own business. In Europe, veteran support programs may vary by country, but they are often available through government and private initiatives. If you're a woman entrepreneur, consider the National Women's Business Council in the United States, which provides support in accessing capital and growing businesses, particularly in STEM fields: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. In Europe, similar programs exist, such as Women in Business by the European Commission, which helps women access funding and resources. Don't forget about local chambers of commerce and business associations. They often host free workshops and seminars for entrepreneurs. Additionally, each European country has non-profit organizations that provide assistance to small businesses, including access to funding and training. There are many free resources out there to help you start and grow your business. The key is to make the most of them and you're bound to succeed. Validate ideas with pre-orders. If you don't have the startup capital to purchase inventory and stock up, you can use a pre-order model to launch your business. Collecting pre-orders allows you to receive money upfront even before production begins. It's also an excellent launch strategy that helps build hype around a new brand. When Eric Medzikovsky and his team decided to create Payable, a smart watch that supports notifications and apps, they faced a funding challenge. In 2012, without enough money for mass production, they decided to test their idea on the crowdfunding platform Kickstarter. Payable offered users the opportunity to pre-order the watches to raise the necessary funds for manufacturing. The campaign was so successful that they raised over $10 million in just 37 days, far exceeded their initial goal of 100,000. These pre-orders not only allowed Payable to start production but also generated enormous buzz around the product, making it one of the most successful projects on Kickstarter at the time. The funds raised and the high demand gave the company the ability to scale production immediately and enter the market with a solid base of customer support. Scaling the business. Once your business starts generating steady income, it's time to think about scaling. This will help you increase profits and expand the volume of products or service offered. Here are some methods for scaling your business on limited budget. Automation of process. Use free or low-cost tools to automate tasks. For example, you can set up automatic email responses or use project management software. This will save you time and allow you to focus on important aspects of the business. Expanding product range. After successfully launching your main product or service, consider adding new options. For instance, if you started with selling handmade jewelry, try expanding your range by adding new collections or accessories. Entering new markets. Explore the possibility of entering new markets or audience. If your product is successful in one niche, try adapting it for other customer groups. For example, if you sell organic fitness products, you can also offer them in health food stores. Creating partnerships. Find opportunities for collaboration with other businesses or individuals who can help you expand your customer base. For example, you can partner with bloggers or influencers to promote your product. Enhancing value proposition. Work on improving the quality of your product or service. For instance, if you offer training services, add additional models or bonus materials that will increase the value of your offer. Creating a budget and managing expenses. Create a budget that includes all startup costs and monthly expenses. Divide costs into fixed and variable. Fixed expenses are constant costs that do not depend on the number of customers, such as tools and materials. Variable expenses change depending on sale volume and include packaging, shipping, and raw materials. For example, if your monthly expenses for minimal assets and materials are $40 and collected money is $30, your cash balance will be minus $10. This will help you understand how much money you need to cover all expenses. It's important to regularly review your budget and adapt it based on change in the business. Creating a cash flow statement. A cash flow statement shows how much money is coming into and going out of your business each month. Start by combining total costs with the total amount of collected money from all sales each month. For example, if your monthly sales are $70 and collected money is $60, your total fixed costs are $30 and variable costs are $15, your total cash balance will be $15. Thus, your cash flow statement will help you understand how much money you need to cover all expenses and amount of funds required for further operations. Creating connections and collaborating. Building connections and collaborating with others can significantly boost your business. Networking can help you find mentors, partners, and customers. Attend industry events, join online communities, and actively engage in discussions related to your niche. For example, if you are in the tech industry, consider joining forums and attending meetups where you can connect with other tech enthusiasts and professionals. These connections can provide valuable insights, feedbacks, and opportunities for collaborations. Building strong relationships can also lead to referrals and partnerships that can help your business grow. Starting a business with minimal investment is possible if you use the right approach. Start with an idea, create a business plan, and develop a product or service. Provide value first, experiment and adapt to market change, create connections, and collaborate with other professionals. Use free promotion methods, manage expenses actively, and work closely with customers. Success in business doesn't depend on the amount of initial investment, but on your idea, perseverance, and ability to adapt. Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg all started small and achieved great success thanks to their innovative ideas and hard work. You can also succeed if you follow these tips and believe in your project. Remember, every big business once started small. And even if you have limited resources at the start, each small victory brings you closer to great success. Thanks for watching! We have more videos about motivation and how to earn money online on our channel. Go to the profile and watch other videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you!